Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll get started with a brief overview about Thrive and the Academy program. But we're very excited for you to be here today to hear more about the amazing innovations that are part of this cohort. Just by way of introduction, my name is Lisa Mergen. I'm head of Canada programs at SVG Ventures Thrive. You'll also be hearing from Colton Fisher, my colleague, who is the program manager leading the way with the Academy VIII, who will be talking a bit more about the program and our MC for today. But before we dive in, for those of you that don't know much about Thrive or want a refresher, I'm going to share a bit more about what we do here. So our vision is to advance food, agriculture, climate, and energy sectors for a more sustainable future. We've been doing this for over a decade now, and throughout time, we've supported over 300 companies through programs like this one. We've built a robust corporate and government client network, and we're global. We have a platform approach to what we do. So we create value across multiple layers that you can see here on the bottom right. First and foremost, our venture development arm. This is where an academy program like this one fits in, where we directly support founders on their growth and advancement. We also have our investment and funds. So we directly invest into companies through our different funds that we have. We have a CVC and a VC direct investment fund. We also work with corporates on their open innovation initiatives, and you'll hear more about our network there as well. Bringing this all together is our network and ecosystem. So this is our network. This is a snapshot of our network that we've built up over the years. This is made up of an amazing ecosystem of startups and scale-ups, of course, like the ones you'll be hearing from today, as well as corporates, governments, investors, research and academia, media and events, and of course, producers and others across the agri-food, climate, and energy value chain. We serve various regions that we've got teams in as well. So very happy to share that a core part of what we do and how we do it is our global footprint and startup access. So not only do we have headquarters and team members in Canada, in the US, in the EMEA region, and Australia, but we also have core clients and network across the world. Pointing out here our key partners in Asia and Japan, our key partners in Latin America and Brazil, and elsewhere. We also have a great startup community across the world, and we're very excited to have the Academy VIII cohort as part of that as well. So I mentioned that we have a really robust corporate and government client network. This is a snapshot of some of our clients and partners, and we're very excited to be partnered with FCC on this program. These corporate and government clients, some of which maybe are here today in the attendees room, are core to what we do, and we're very excited to be working with them and utilize them through our programs. Now, speaking about our venture development programs, the Academy program that you'll be hearing about today is just one of our many programs that we offer through SVG Ventures Thrive. We have various programs based on stage and length of the program. The studio program is our earlier stage program. It's one step before the Academy, and that's for validation of entrepreneurship. Think about idea stage entrepreneurs. Then, of course, we have our Academy program, which is focused on pre-seed to early seed stage companies, sorry. And we're very excited to be showing you those folks in the eighth cohort today. We then have our next stage of program, which is the THRIVE Accelerator. We have various accelerators depending on region, and this is for seed to Series A stage companies. Then following that, our final style of program is our immersion programs, bringing international companies and scale-ups into various markets and regions and helping them grow there. And finally, because you probably want to hear from the startups, more than me, but we're very excited to share that we also have a Global Impact Initiative, and a core part of our Global Impact Initiative is our Global Impact Summit. You might have seen that we have just announced our finalists for the Global Impact Challenge. They will be attending our summit on October 14th and 15th, amongst many other attendees. We usually have 400 to 500 attendees. And we have a day of great panels, pitches, networking, etc. And we would like to welcome all of you to join us. This is in Santa Clara. And again, it'll be October 14 and 15 this year. And I will now happily pass it off to our MC for today, Colton Fisher, who's the program manager for the Academy.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Lisa. And as mentioned, my name is Colton Fisher, program manager of the Academy. So Lisa went over Thrive at a platform level. Now I want to kind of zoom in on the program that brought us here today, the Thrive Academy. The Academy is designed specifically for pre-seed to early seed stage founders in agri-food and clean tech. It is an 8-week program of intensive virtual programming and mentorship, which culminates at a showcase. And we are really excited about this iteration of the showcases. It's the first time we have run it virtually for the Academy. This has allowed us to invite our broader Thrive ecosystem to witness the emerging technologies in agri-food tech and clean tech. Ultimately, the goal is simple: help founders de-risk their idea and help validate it in the market. Ultimately, we aim to get these companies ready to raise their first significant capital and go into market for the first time. We're not trying to be everything for everyone, or everything to everyone, but we're focused on the critical early window where the right support, the right mentors, and the right questions can change a company's trajectory. Every founder you'll hear from today came into this program with ambition and real conviction in what they're building. And before I introduce this cohort, I want to give you a quick sense of where they sit in the bigger Academy story. So after today, we'll have run 8 cohorts of the Academy and supported 106 agri-food companies. Founders have joined us from 4 different continents: North and South America, Africa, and Europe. Every single cohort has ended the same way as this one, which is bringing them into a room full of investors, corporate partners, and ecosystem builders who generally move the needle for some of these companies. Another highlight that I want to point out is 30 plus million that has been raised from Academy alumni since being in the program. We're proud of that number and hope to continue to build with these companies. The logos on this slide represent the alumni network that these companies are joining today. And it's a network that keeps paying dividends after the program ends. Running this program is extremely rewarding, and you get a front row seat to founders at their most ambitious stage. And today is when we get to share them with you. And today we get to add 9 more companies to that Academy story. So this is the Academy 9 companies working across supply chains, farm management, and crop inputs. Every one of them came into this program ready to work, and every one of them is walking into today's demo day sharper, more focused, and more investor ready than when they started. I just want to give a quick thanks to all the mentors and speakers and partners who've made the last 8 weeks possible. You'll see many of you in the audience today. So without further delay, let me introduce the founders of the Academy Academy 8, as you want to hear them pitch rather than hear us talk. So first up, we have CryoBio, led by repeat ag tech founder and Thrive Global Impact Challenge 2026 finalist, Murli Manohar. CryoBio is developing an innovative solution to help protect crops from frost damage, an increasingly important challenge for growers around the world. Murli, over to you.
Thank you, Colton. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Imagine spring. It's a beautiful time of the year. Sunshine, flowers everywhere. But someday in the morning, when it's cold, you see frost on your windows or on your car. You might not think anything of it, but if you are a farmer, that is devastating. If those flowers freeze, they die. And that means an entire year's worth of crop is gone, just gone. And every spring, the possibility of a crop killing frost is the worst fear faced by farmers across America and across the globe. Frost has become a massive, massive problem, and it's worsening because of climate change. With the current estimate, it is expected to destroy up to 5% of total food produced for human consumption, which is worth over $50 billion of loss each year. That's enough food to feed over 200 million people, additional people, all gone. While the damage caused by frost has doubled in the past decade, the methods to protect from frost have remained stuck in past century. We're still using equipment-based methods like wind fans or burning fires in the field. Think how inefficient and expensive that is. You are actually trying to heat up the whole outdoors. At CryoBio, we are building the first simple spray-on frost protection solution. Our technology is based on food-safe biomolecules like antifreeze that you can eat. The natural biomolecules in our technology are derived from cold-adapted organisms engineered to produce cheaper and quicker with the fermentation. It protects crops by naturally lowering the freezing temperature of water both outside and inside of the plants after application. Sorry, this is giving me a hard time. This is one of the example on how powerful this technology is. Our technology provides up to 8 degrees centigrade frost protection, essentially eliminating the damage caused by worst frost known to us at a cost lower than 1/10 of current methods, and can be applied using standard farm equipment, so no capex required. The need for frost prevention is huge, and it's growing because of the climate change that's shifting growing seasons towards winter. Given we have little or no real competition in the space, we expect to capture substantial value relatively quickly. As a team, we're not only the one who believes that the nature has the solutions to most of the problem agriculture is facing, but we are also good at translating them into viable products. Most of us have worked in early stage successful electric startups, leading the translation of early stage technology into commercial product. I myself, a second-time founder, leading my previous company as a CTO from discovery all the way to market-ready products. We are only 1-year-old company and have already validated the technology under the field conditions, established small-scale production process that is ready to scale, and have clarity on the regulatory landscape of the target market. I'll end by saying that all the easy and obvious solutions for frost have been tried, but they have all proven to be ineffective. We have taken the most innovative yet challenging approach to solve this problem once and for all. If you are an investor or an ag tech company leader interested in pre-commercializing technology, we would love to talk to you. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Great job, Merle. Next up, we have Ascent Innovations. Best before dates are imprecise, and that imprecision drives massive avoidable food waste across every step of the supply chain. Ascent is tackling that problem head on. Leading the company is Mark Hort, founder and CEO, who brings over a decade of expertise in material science and printed electronics. Mark, feel free.
I thank you, Colton. So we have taken food out of the fridge, smell it, and throw it away because we were not sure if it was safe or not. What if freshness wasn't a guess? I'm Mark, founder of Ascent Innovation, and we are developing food sensors to improve food quality monitoring and reduce waste. Food waste is a global challenge. Current tools for monitoring food condition are still limited. Industry rely on estimation through organoleptic methods and expiration date labels. Lab testing exists, but it's time-consuming, expensive, and only provide batch-level information. The result? A lack of visibility on product condition from quality control to retail. We have developed like an electrochemical gas sensor that detects volatile organic compounds. The sensor is flexible, low cost, and built using scalable printing technologies. This versatile platform enables to chemical monitoring across a wide range of applications, from ag tech and food tech. For the food industry, most monitoring solutions are still indirect, relying mainly on temperatures. Our sensor is able to detect early signs of spoilage. It integrates directly into packaging, providing real-time insight into product condition. Combining with digital monitoring, it helps companies improve shelf life assessment. Our protected technology is based on years of research demonstrating high sensing performance. Customer discovery have shown strong interest in our solution, and we are now focusing on commercial validation through pilot deployment. Every year, food industry is losing $billions from spoilage. We are initially targeting high-value products like premium meat and seafood, where our solution has the largest financial impact. For premium products like beef tenderloin, for example, better freshness visibility creates significant values. Manufacturers can improve inventory planning and product distribution, while retailers can optimize their selling windows and markdown decisions. Our solution has the potential to reduce food waste by 25 to 50%, while improving margin across the supply chain. Our team combines technical expertise and relevant industry insight. I hold a PhD in material science and developed the core sensing technology. My co-founder, Dr. Lorraine, with a PhD in computer science, lead the data analytics platform. We are supported by advisors with experience in food retail and supply chain to drive market adoption. We are seeking $500,000 to accelerate the product development and also commercial deployment. No more smell test. Our vision is to build a more efficient food system where freshness is measured, not guess. We welcome conversation with investor and industry partner who wants to be part of this transformation. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Great job, Mark. Thank you very much. Next up is Planet Food. Today's food supply chains are fragmented, inefficient, and disconnected from the people who actually grow, move, and sell the product. Planet Food is out to change that. Leading the company is Aaron Veal, a previous founder and product builder, and comes from a multi-generation farming family. Aaron, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Welcome. My name is Aaron. As Colton said, I'm a three-time founder, and I come from a three-generation family of farmers and family of entrepreneurs. Basically, you can think of a bit as we like to build a lot of things, feed a lot of community. And today, I believe that food moves better when the market can see itself. So at Planet Foods, we're building the intelligent backbone, coordinating how food is grown, priced, sold, and moved. Now, it all started about a year ago. I was in a barn on a date, learning about our food systems. As I was understanding farmers were going out of business, it wasn't necessarily a problem of lack of food and demand, but more importantly, farmers couldn't see buyers and buyers couldn't see supply. So what actually was happening was food was getting stuck because the market couldn't coordinate fast enough. So I started Planet Food. And then something happened about 5 weeks ago. I had Nature's Path walk through our warehouse, and I learned they had a problem. And that was 10,000 cases of baby food was just about to be thrown out because they couldn't get to a buyer quick enough. So I went on the global news, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a sec. But the problem is no one can see the whole food system. Every participant sees a few hops. No one can coordinate across the whole market. So you have silos, food gets stuck, supply goes unseen, demand goes unmet, and good food becomes waste. So one of the proof points is Nature's Path, like I said, had 10,000 cases of baby food with nowhere to go. With more than 9 months of shelf life remaining, perfectly good food, the system couldn't find and or coordinate demand fast enough. So we're building, like I said, the intelligent backbone that will run the entire food economy. One system that finally moves food from where it is to where it needs to go. So what does that look like? It's physical infrastructure and logistics that we own, and then we capture and move food when existing channels can't. It's also software across the entire supply chain. Everything from our CarmOS, where farmers can literally take our product on the go, speak into it, say, hey, I pulled 5,000 pounds of potatoes, put it on the marketplace for $2.99. Buyers can see real-time market insights of what the cost of a product is in the past, present, and future. Or consumers can look into the inventory of excess food, say at Nature's Path or other companies, and get it at a very, very low cost. We're also doing shared intelligence. This is something that is sort of like a fine dance, a coordination layer that enables the entire food economy to sort of play a beautiful symphony. Everything from farmers, restaurants, CPG brands, demand and logistics, traceability, payments, all in one system, finally talking to one another. You can think of it, every participant can see the same market, one complete picture in real time. Now, the results with that baby food, because we're able to move it through Nature's Path to our warehouse, through our infrastructure, through our systems, we're able to move 3,000 cases of that baby food in 48 hours directly to community members. And we just started, and our first month of turning this whole system on, we've already generated $35,000 in revenue, have already successfully completed 1,785 orders, processed, delivered, have almost 1,200 unique paid customers with a 35% repeat purchase rate. We've already moved 20,000 pounds of food through our B2B2C channel. We have 1,500 customers on our wait list to that B2B2C channel, and over 1,200 farm CPG brands and restaurants on a wait list. Some of our early partners are Nature's Path and Daya, and we've also been in talks with, obviously, restaurants, nonprofits, schools, and fire departments. You can learn more about us and have a conversation by clicking the QR code below. And I'm open for conversations with funding our first round of funding, and or if you have potentially some introductions to some large CPG brands. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Aaron. Next up is Aqtiva. Global nitrogen uncertainty and inflation have cut farmer income by as much as 40%. And Aqtiva has built a solution that tackles that problem at its root, giving growers a path to nitrogen independence without relying on global supply chains. Presenting today, Simon Tavili, Head of Business Development and leading Aqtiva's commercial deployment across Alberta's greenhouse network. Simon, over to you.
Thank you, Colton. Hi, everyone. My name is Simon, and I'm the co-founder of Aqtiva, where we help farmers grow more with less. Farmers are paying more and getting less. In the past year, nitrogen fertilizers went up 40% in 1 week in March due to the global instability of the war that is happening between the Iran and US. And the chemical inputs have been increasing year by year and 41% this past year. And farmers are getting crushed in the middle. And the problem with conventional fertilizers is that once you over-fertilize, you are degrading the soil. And for degrading the soil means you have to change the soil, which can also lead to decreased yields for the farmers. That's where our reactor comes in. We've built a machine that encapsulates the air and then puts the air through a high voltage reactor and extracts the nitrogen. Then the nitrogen gets transferred into the water. And therefore, after that, it moves into the irrigation system and further into the plants. So we provide fertilization on demand. We give the farmers reliability throughout the full growing season. In our early results, we've seen up to more than 30% increase in production and also faster harvest cycles. Our business model allows the farmers to get 3 times return for every dollar spent on our device. And we've built our devices in a way that works with their current practices. So it's easily retrofittable, easy to deploy, and it's also remotely operated. We are not trying to create any kind of complexity to the everyday operations for the farmers. Also, our water keeps their soil healthy. So our water does not affect the microbial health of the soil, neither does it affect the pH stability. That means less replacing of the soil altogether. We are targeting the controlled environment agriculture as our main beachhead. And the reason being that this segment is tech-native operators, and they have a bigger appetite for introducing new technology into their current operations. And the market is growing every year as well. So far, we have validated for 8 different COPs, and we have deployed at 3 local field partners, and we've seen results as high as 50% in production for our first pilots and 20% improvement in our microgreens. And over here, you can see 2 of our big proponents of our technology, Mr. Dong from Fresh Pal Farms and Kevin from FarFresh. They've both enjoyed our technology and have almost seen faster germination right off the bat when they introduced this plasma activated water. What separates us really is that we hit a couple of points that not the traditional plasma activated water players in today's industry do. Meaning the first is that we have utilized our hardware to be compatible with the controlled environment agriculture utility. It is also a hardware as a service business model, so it's lower barrier adoption. And we have a team. We've only been in business for about 8 months, but we've assembled a team that is the correct mix of business and technical expertise, and we believe that we are the right people to bring this mission to the farmers. And if you have any other questions, please scan the QR code. We would love to have a chat with you. Thank you.
Great job, Simon. Awesome. Next up is Grainflow. There's a legacy problem hiding in plain sight at grain elevators and crush plants across the prairies. One that quietly costs facilities time, throughput, and visibility every single day. And Grainflow has built a solution for it. Leading the company is founder and CEO Brian Waddy, who built Grainflow out of a direct observation of what's actually broken at these facilities. Brian, take it away.
Thanks, Colton. Good morning, everyone. So picture this, an air traffic control tower. Every plane is tracked, every landing is sequenced, nothing is left to chance. Now picture the opposite. Billions of dollars of agricultural product moving every day with no tower, no radar, no one watching the flow. That's the system that's feeding the world right now. I'm Brian Waddy. I'm the founder and CEO of Grainflow, and we're building the control tower for agriculture. At grain elevators, crush plants, and terminals, trucks arrive blind. Drivers wait 60, 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours just to unload. And that means a single facility wastes close to $2 million a year in idle time alone. Problem isn't infrastructure, it's visibility. Today, these billion-dollar supply chains run on phone calls, spreadsheets, whiteboards, and legacy software. It's like running a major airport with no tower at all. Grainflow is that tower. Using cameras that are already on site, operational data, and computer vision analytics, we give everyone a live picture of the yard, queues, wait times, throughput, capacity. Then we build the optimal schedule quickly and easily. The moment things go off track, we give you recommendations on how you can smooth that traffic. Think Waze meets air traffic control for agriculture. When everyone can see the flow, facilities move more product and farmers wait less. This is already in motion. We have a paid pilot with Southwest Terminals in Saskatchewan, and another top global grain handler is moving forward with a pilot in Saskatchewan and Illinois. We've surveyed over 350 farmers, and over 90% of them want real-time visibility at the facilities they deliver to or pick up from. And this demand is real, and it's pulling us forward. And it's big. There's more than 50,000 facilities like this globally, and they face the same problem. It's a market north of $1 billion a year, where software exists, it's rigid, unresponsive, and happy to let you build a bad schedule. We're starting in Western Canada and the Midwest US. I've spent the last 15 years in agriculture and ag tech. I have a multidisciplinary background that spans engineering, agronomy, and software. I'm a named author on an AI in agriculture patent, and I've helped raise over $9 million across prior ventures. I know this industry, and I know how to build. I'm raising $500,000 on a pre-seed note to establish our recurring revenue model with our existing pilots, make Grainflow the operating system for agricultural logistics, and build a world-class team to make it happen. Because when you can see the flow of trucks, you can improve the flow of everything. Thank you.
Great job, Brian. Next up is CattlOS, led by CEO Pavan Balani. Livestock operations are drowning in fragmented data, records scattered across notebooks, spreadsheets, and disconnected systems that don't talk to each other. CattlOS is bringing modern intelligence to an industry that's been overdue for a long time. Pavan, over to you. Leave.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all of your time. To start, I'd like everyone to think about an operation with over 50 employees, tens of millions in annual revenue, and over $60 million of inventory. How do you think they communicate with their team? Most of you are probably starting to think of tools like Slack, Asana, Trello, or some other kind of modern operating system for the business. Now, what have I told you I was describing a 13,000 head feedlot we recently spoke to? And I told you that the way they currently communicate, coordinate work, and keep track of daily activity is through 14 group chats, paper notes, and the operation manager's memory. That's exactly where CattlOS comes in. CattlOS helps agriculture operations communicate, coordinate work, and build a shared memory directly from the field. Next time something's wrong with the cattle, a farmer can just prompt CattlOS asking why. It has a record of voice notes stating when it was fed, pictures of when it was treated, and any task that was assigned around it. Instead of all that context disappearing into another group chat, that information becomes organized, searchable, and connected into the farm's existing records. Everyone can see what happened, when it happened, who did it, and what needs to happen next. Over the past 6 months, We have built this alongside the industry through more than 150 producer interviews like the one mentioned at the start. We just closed our first large operation pilot, have 5 more in discussion, and are working through validation pilots with universities and producer organizations. Our initial wedge is cattle, and the industry alone represents over 800,000 operations and over 100 million head under management across North America. But the problem we're solving is much bigger than cattle. Every part of agriculture is facing larger operations, tighter labor markets, and more complexity than ever. Our team at CattlOS combines agriculture experience, enterprise software development, and go-to-market execution. We check all the boxes. But what really separates us is how we build. We don't ask producers to change the way they work to fit our software. We build our software around how the work is already being done because we listen very carefully to our customers and industry partners. Today, I'm here with 2 asks. First, we're looking to connect with forward-thinking farm operators. We have space for up to 10 new pilots and would love to connect with people as soon as possible and get started with them. Second, we're beginning to raise our pre-seed round and would love to connect with anyone interested in speaking further. Every generation of farming has had a different way of running the operation. First, it was notebooks and memory. Today, it's spreadsheets, phone calls, group chats, disconnected software. We believe the next generation of farmers won't rely on memory at all. Smart glasses, cameras, and sensors will automatically capture what's happening across the operation in real time. And the first step towards that future is CattlOS. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pavan. Next up, we have insect track solutions. Pest management decisions in the field are still made with far less information than they should be, and the cost of getting them wrong shows up in yield, in input spend, and in the health of the broader ecosystem. Insect track is helping farmers and agronomists make those decisions with a lot more precision. Leading the company is Teresa, founder and CEO, and a PhD researcher in plant science at the University of Saskatchewan, specializing in integrated pest management and prairie crop systems. Teresa, over to you.
Thank you very much, Colton. So, hello everyone, my name is Teresa, and my love for insects started very early. When I was 7 years old, I used to collect them in jars to study them and analyze them. And I need to admit that I also use scorpions to keep bullies away at elementary school. So insects are my superpower. Today, I work surrounded by insect samples and insect collections at the University of Saskatchewan, and along with Gabriel and Emilio, I am the co-founder of Insect Track Solutions. And we are building IPPM now, an AI-powered platform for smart insect pest management. But today, insects are not just fascinating, they are costly. The real problem is not only the pest outbreak itself, it's the delay between detection and decision-making. Growers and agronomists still rely on manual scouting and delay reports, which means acting too late, often after the damage is already done. Researchers also struggle with fragmented field data, making it harder to generate timely recommendations. And every delay means loss of time, loss of yield, and loss of revenue. That is why we built IPPM Now, our platform, which combines our mobile app and smart trap, like smart insect traps, identify insects in seconds, count them in seconds, and across 24 key insect groups, including pest and beneficial insects too, like pollinators and natural enemies. The platform combines AI identification, georeference of every picture, real-time observations, economic threshold, and management, science-based management information, helping users to make faster and better decisions directly in the field. What excites us the most is the impact that we are creating. IPPM Now helps growers to make better pest management decisions, reducing unnecessary pesticide application while protecting beneficial insects and lowering food consumption through smart field monitoring. And we are already seeing strong validation. Our platform is currently being tested by agronomists, farmers, and researchers across the Canadian prairies, and their feedback has confirmed a clear need for faster integrated insect monitoring tools. These give us the confidence that we are solving a real problem with a solution that can scale across North America and beyond. Today, we are looking for partners who want to help shape the future of digital agriculture. Especially, we are looking for strategic partnerships, pilot opportunities with organizations working in agriculture, introductions to investor and industry leaders, international collaboration who can help us to expand into new markets. So what started with that little girl fascinated by insects has grown into a company with the potential to transform integrated pest management. Today, IPPM Now is focused on Canada because that is where our AI model has been trained and validated, but our vision is global. So I invite you to scan the QR codes, try the app. If you are working in another country, we will love to collaborate to train our model in your local insect species and bring IPPM Now to your region. Thank you very much for your attention. If you want to contact, there's our contact information as well. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Teresa. Next up, we have Sylvarum. The seed industry has relied on the same set of tools, agrochemicals and GMOs, for decades, and Sylvarum is offering a fundamentally different approach. They're already at pilot scale and gaining serious traction. Leading the company is Guadalupe Murga, CEO and bioengineer with international research experience, a strong record in fundraising and partnerships, and another finalist for Thrive Global Impact Challenge 2026. Guadalupe, over to you.
Do you know what is the most critical input in agriculture? It is not water or land, but the seed itself. The entire food supply chain depends on this tiny piece, and it can fail. Sometimes seeds germinate late, germinate poorly, or simply do not germinate at all. And that is natural. What is not natural is that the industry has been forced to choose between two very bad options, either using more and more agrochemicals or discarding those seeds entirely as if they were waste. This has created a system that is expensive, unsustainable, and increasingly incompatible with regulations. My name is Guadalupe, and at Sylvarum, we have been developing a third option for over 15 years. We created a technology that uses plasma, the fourth state of matter, generated by high voltage electrical discharges, to treat seeds and truly unlock their full biological potential. As you can see here, seeds enter through a hopper, they are exposed to the plasma for a few seconds or minutes and exit the other side. That's it. No chemicals, non-GMO, and compatible with absolutely any crop. But what happens to the seeds when we expose them to the plasma? Well, at a biological level, we are triggering hormones that accelerate germination. We also create structural changes in the surface of the seeds that improve water absorption, and we can control pathogens without using a single drop of chemicals. The global seed treatment market is worth over 7 billion, and we're building the technology that redefines it, starting with the crops with the biggest impact potential. In corn, for example, we have restored seedlots marked for disposal, turning a $20 loss into a $200 of recovered value per bag. In sunflower, our partners can avoid over $1 million in losses per facility every year by breaking dormancy issues using our technology. In soybean, working with the leading genetics company in Latin America, we have demonstrated up to 12% yield increases in 5 years of field campaign. Our current prototype processes 300 kilograms per hour. This is the largest plasma reactor for seed treatment in the world. And more importantly, because of its scalability, it represents what may be the first scalable opportunity to replace chemical seed treatments with hardware powered only by electricity. By the end of this year, we would be able to build the next generation, a reactor that can process 3 tons per hour. And by next year, our plasma technology will be installed in our clients' facilities, processing 100% of their seeds before going to the field. With this presentation, we just wanted to extend to the Thrive Global community an invitation. Let's demonstrate together that this third option is actually the solution that the industry and the world needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And last but certainly not least, we moved through these slides fairly quickly. I'm proud to present Credosense. Most crop monitoring tools today can tell you where a plant is stressed, but not why. Credosense is closing that gap and giving growers a level of diagnostic clarity the industry hasn't had before. Leading the company is Halim, who brings deep expertise in plant ecophysiology and crop diagnostics. He's also backed by a multidisciplinary founding team spanning plant science, hardware, AI, and commercialization. Halim, feel free.
Just quickly checking. Yeah, okay. It's working. Hello, everyone. I'm Halim, the CEO of Credosense. By the time the grower sees a symptom, it's already late. Today's tools flag that something is wrong, and almost none tells you what's wrong. And here is why the current approach is fundamentally broken. Imagine a doctor who only measures your fever and then prescribes treatment. As we know, fever is a symptom shared by many diseases, and real diagnosis requires identifying the root cause. And that's exactly what's happening in our crop health today. Growers are too often left to act on proxies, fragmented data, and lagging symptoms, which is costing them up to 40% of additional input, 14% of yield loss, and even for wheat, $70 per acre in wasted operational cost. Credosense solved this with a simple three-stage diagnostic workflow: monitoring, diagnosis, and action. We start with monitoring, building the farm context using satellite radar data, microclimate data, fungal spore data to flag the stress zone. Most solutions stop at this stage. Credosense goes farther. When a stress zone is flagged, we move into diagnosis. Our leaf chamber system measures the true crop physiology directly. We combine that with weather, farm context, soil, microclimate data, and fungal spore pressure to identify the stress driver. Then we move to action. Our AI agent converts the diagnosis into a prescription-ready agronomic recommendation right into the grower's app. The workflow adopts for both outdoor and indoor farms, but the principle is same: from a stress signal to physiological diagnosis to actionable recommendation in a single closed loop. So what does this mean for the grower? Credosense unlocks 4 key breakthroughs that no other solution in the market offer. Credosense detects stress 7 to 10 days earlier before any visible symptom appears, and by boosting yields by up to 25%, saves up to 40% of input, lower crop health-related operational costs by up to 75%, and offer full ROI within a single growing season. And the market is responding, as we're working with our BSED, the crop advisors, and agronomists who manages millions of acres every year. And our customer pays under a hardware as a service model every year. We have onboarded 36 paid pilot, 33 outdoor, 3 indoor, generating on an average 6 to 10K MRR with 150 more customers in the pipeline across the key province and target crops. Before I close, if you know a grower who is losing yield to late detection, please introduce us. If you are an investor, we're in the middle of a seed round to convert our pilots to commercial deployments, and we would love to continue the conversation. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Halim. And everyone, that is the Academy VIII cohort. 9 companies, one incredible cohort to work with. And if the last few weeks are any indication, I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot more from every single one of them. A huge thank you to the founders for the work they've put in, to our mentors and speakers for showing up for them, and to all of you in the audience for being here to support what comes next. Before we close, I'm going to leave up a QR code here for a few minutes for everyone to scan. Please do so. But if you click yes to introductions when you registered, or if anything you heard here today sparked interest, this is your opportunity. Scan the QR code on the screen and let us know which companies you'd like to meet with, and we'll make the introductions on your behalf. My contact information is also up there if you want to reach out to me and for any introductions as well. And please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. Thank you all for being here, and thank you to our founders. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks again for being a part of the Academy VIII Global Showcase. Thanks, everyone.